The secret to anything you want in this world, whether it's peace, love, success, is faith. The Bible, any spiritual book, or even the highest performing people in their field always talk about having faith. And one person that really showed me the power of faith was Ilya Taporia. He would always talk about his faith in God and talk about how he had so much faith he would predict fights before they actually happened. So far as he would update his record, adding an additional win before that fight actually took place. And I was like, man, if I just had faith, I could have anything I ever wanted. Problem is, people always tell you what faith is. They tell you that you need more of it, but never teach you actually how to have more faith. And last year I went through the hardest period of my life, and I truly found Jesus Christ. And through the process, I actually figured out how to have faith. So this video is going to be basically that. I'm going to teach you how to have more faith so you can achieve what you desire. Most people think that faith is believing something to be true. And being a Christian, I'll use this as an example. So many Christians say they believe Jesus Christ is the truth, yet they don't live that way. They still live in a life full of sin. They aren't trying to be better and be better people each and every day. And at that point, it's not faith. Faith is to live for something. And a lot of times that means letting go of things you thought were good for you or things you thought you wanted. I say thought you wanted because I had some desires in my past that were actually sinful, and I prayed them away, and I'm far happier now that I don't chase those things. The common example would be chasing women. I thought that chasing loads of women would be fulfilling. I didn't want to give that up, but I prayed it away, and I'm far more happy now going after God's purpose for me in relationships. But back to the topic at hand, having faith doesn't mean intensely believing in something. Faith is aligning yourself with God and then letting go of the outcome and the process. Yet so many people are so bad at this, and that's why they live a life full of stress and anxiety. No one's ever told you this, but I will be the first one to. Stress and anxiety is not random. It is intentional. It is like a check engine light in your car. When you see the light turn on, you know you need to get it checked up on. And in the case of life, when you begin to have more stress and anxiety, you have to analyze it and understand what is causing it. Stress and anxiety typically come from two things. A is pride, and B is a lack of trust. With pride, a lot of times people think they need to control everything. They also think it's my way or the highway. And a lot of times that means disobeying God and going after your own desires. And I know what a lot of you are thinking. I have my own desires. God gave them to me. It's like, no. If you go after a desire that's not aligned with what God teaches in the Bible, you're going after what's called a foreign goal or something that's not your true path. There is a Japanese expression that talks about going on a train. If you go on the train going the wrong direction, aka you're going after a foreign goal, it is until you get off that train where you can actually start going after what you truly desire. And the longer it takes for you to get off that train, the longer it'll take you to get back to where you started before. So it's important to align your desires with what God teaches and what He wants for your life. And that's where pride comes in, because so many people try to make their will be done, not thy will be done. Thy will being God's will. And I'm telling you this from past experience, you will only hit a brick wall if you're living off of your own desires. Because God knows your truest desires, and it takes humility to recognize that. And the next is a lack of trust. You don't think God is working everything for you, so you start to be stressed and anxious. So many men, I find more than women, struggle with focusing on what they can control and letting go of what they can't control. And the reason why they struggle letting go of what they can't control is because they feel like it's working against them. God is working against them. And a law of the world is your world is a reflection of how you view it. If you feel like the world will bring you back things you can't control or things that won't go your way, it will bring you back things that you can't control and won't go your way. It's a boomerang. But if you start to trust God and trust the world, it will bring you back something that shows you can trust God and trust the world. You have to change your perception. And the last part of trust is you don't trust the outcome. The best example for this is last year when I was trying to restart something with a girl. I was like, God, this should work. I know this is good for me. Make it happen. And it didn't work out because God knew better. Was like, no, Mario, if I gave you that girl back in your life, it would ruin everything for you. And a year later, I see exactly why He did it. But in that moment, even though I didn't really mean it, I surrendered the outcome to God, which kind of spoils the rest of the video, but hear me out. I told God, this is what I prefer, but whatever happens, I know you love me and you're doing the best for me. That is faith. There's a concept in reality trance surfing called the unity of heart and mind. When you're hyper controlling, trying to force your will into everything, you feel like nothing's working for you, and quite frankly, you're overworking. And lastly, obsessing over outcomes, that's never coming from your heart and your soul. That's purely your mind. And that's what a lot of people call overthinking. Because your mind is scared. Your mind needs to be certain. That's why men struggle asking girls out, because they need to know if she's gonna say yes or no. That's your mind taking over, not your heart or your soul. Your heart knows how to move without it. Because when your heart and mind are united, that is when you enter the flow state. A lot of people actually say that this is when you're truly in contact with God and He has an influence with you. I guess you could say you're filled with the Spirit. You're operating off of the Spirit because you're operating off of your intuition. And that leads into this next part, which is what true faith is. True faith is surrender. I know, surrender sounds like there's no chance you're gonna get it, you're being weak and being passive, and you're giving up. But that's actually the opposite of what surrendering is. In A Return to Love, it talks about the moment of surrender isn't when life is over, it's when life truly begins. Because there's a power in the universe bigger than you are who can do things for you which you can't do for yourself. Surrender is giving God the keys because God is all-knowing. We are not. Quite frankly, we do stupid stuff all the time. Life is uncontrollable, and the only person that can control your life or anybody else's is God. And when you surrender, you give God the keys to your life because you trust and have faith that He knows better and has a bigger, better plan for you. Last year, I had a moment of surrender when I hit rock bottom. I was like, God, I can't do this by myself anymore. And once I gave God the keys to my life transformed. Yes, it took like a year. I went through the hardest year of my life, but now my business is doing better than ever. My social life and my relationships are better than I could have ever imagined. And I'm truly just happy. And that came after surrender because I was chasing vanity and pride, and God had to get in the way and tell you, no, son, this is where you need to go. And I'm far more happier there, and I wouldn't have thought so maybe a year or two before it happened. Faith is surrender, and surrender is you deciding you want God to work with you. But for surrender to truly take over and work in your life, you have to learn how to get rid of or reduce your stress and anxiety. Because stress and anxiety are attracting bad things in your life and causing you to make bad decisions. This is called the law of attraction, the law of vibration. Honestly, over the last 2 or 3 months, I've hardly been anxious because I know how to handle it. And if you don't know how to reduce your stress and anxiety, none of this will work for you. Join my free community. I have courses and Q&As that guide you in learning how to condition your mind, your thoughts, and your heart into surrender and to reducing stress and anxiety so you can get to your highest version of yourself. The link of that will be in the pinned comment and the first link in the description. God is taking care of everything. When you surrender, you're telling Him that. And you're telling Him that He has a bigger plan for you, and you're trusting the process. But in order to trust the process, all you need to do, because God has everything else taken care of, is to follow the principle of coordination. The principle of coordination is described in reality trance surfing. Honestly, it's a super complicated process, but luckily I read the book and I know how to explain it in a simple way. The principle of coordination talks about how you need to identify a goal. Identify what you want. It can be anything. It can be having a family one day. It can be having a successful business. Money is not a goal. I've talked about that in a couple videos, but you need to figure out what you want so God can take the car there. Then you need to have the faith in God, understanding that He is guiding you, everything is working in your favor, He's taking care of you, and everything in your life is unfolding the way it should. Even the things that you consider bad, but humans are just arrogant and think that if something doesn't go perfect, it's not good for you. When the reality is God is putting that in your life to teach you a certain lesson. And the biggest part of coordination is not worrying about how you're gonna get there. All you need to do is come up with a goal and let go of the grip of control on how exactly you're gonna get there. All you need to focus on is taking the next step, which with God's guidance will become clear each and every day. This is called going with the flow. The problem is most humans start swimming against the flow because they start focusing on the nitty-gritty, the specifics on how they're gonna get there, which comes from a place of pride and a lack of surrender, aka a lack of faith. Reality trance surfing says, active searching for your path leads to nothing. Wait, observe, and then the right information presents itself when you're ready for it. Don't let the mind hijack the moment. True faith is working with God, letting go of stress and anxiety by understanding where it's coming from, which is typically increased importance or a lack of trust in God, and then focusing on the next steps because God is your captain and He's taking the car to where you go All you have to do is set a goal, do inspired action each and every day, and then sit back and enjoy the ride. If you haven't joined my free community, be sure to join. Ask questions if you need to, because I know that a lot of this can be a little complicated. And I highly recommend watching one of my other videos. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you inside my free community.